What's up, everybody? I'm DJ Sixsmith. You're watching Sit Down. Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse coming to an end. It's been great. Taylor Cummings has been dominating on the field. Taylor, what's up? How are you?
Good. How are you? Thanks for having me.
I'm doing really well. So lacrosse has obviously been a huge part of your story, and Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse is taking it to another level just in terms of the exposure and playing it a different way and just lifting you and the rest of the athletes up. So when you think about the whole experience from start to finish, what's it been like so far?
It's been a lot of fun getting to play with teammates old and new, college teammates, US teammates, former pro league teammates, and then a lot of people, current college kids that have just graduated coming in that, I haven't had the opportunity to play with. So from that regard, it's been really great to meet a lot of new people, play with different people every week, and, have our game streamed on TV as well.
You hit on a lot of really important things. What have been some of the biggest surprises you didn't anticipate when you think about it?
I think one of the, biggest surprises was how easy it was to kind of gel with new people each week. You think, college, you work for 4 years with a lot of the same people in your class and grades above and below, and it takes a while to build that chemistry. But here, that chemistry is building really, really quickly. And I think that is credit to, all the people that I'm playing with. They have such high lacrosse IQs. They compete at such a high level. They're great players and teammates. So it makes, forming new groups each week a little bit easier.
You've been a great player for a really long time, so it's not a surprise you're at the top of the standings, but what's it been like to think more in a personal way in terms of getting those team points, but also getting the personal points as well?
Yeah. I think for me, my big focus is to help my teams win. That's what my focus has been since I started playing team sports when I was 6 years old. And from that regard, it feels really, really natural. And then, the individual side of this is definitely a little different in that, only one champion is crowned in the end. So for me, I just try to focus on making sure I can do whatever I can individually to help my team win. And wherever, I fall on the leaderboard throughout the weeks, that's just how it plays out.
One of the really cool things about your sport is that it's really exploded over the past couple of decades. I mean, from the time that you were 6 to where it is now, it's a lot different. So what are you most proud of in terms of the growth of lacrosse overall in this country?
Yeah, I think, for me, having seen the growth, when I started, it was very much an East Coast dominated sport. You basically played in Maryland and New York, and that was it. And to see it growing across the country, across the globe, to see lacrosse getting into the Olympics, to having new renditions of male professional lacrosse and female professional lacrosse, that's really exciting for our sport. And it shows that the interest is there, and that, teams will continue to be built in the college levels, the high school levels, the club scene. So I think at every level, we're seeing exponential growth, which is amazing and can only mean good things for our sport, both male and female versions of it in the future.
You grew up on the East Coast. You're a great high school player. You did your thing at the University of Maryland. You won multiple national championships. What were the keys for you in terms of building things out and becoming a national champion as a Terp?
I loved my experience at Maryland. I was so fortunate to play for the best coaches, play with the best people, lifelong friends that, I am very fortunate to still play with today here at AU. But I think the big thing that our coaches always preached is that every single role is important, whether you play 60 minutes, 22 games a season, or you don't step on the field except to be a scout player. And that was really what resonated. And that culture that Kathy and Kenneth and Caitlin built at the University of Maryland is why we were so successful and why they still are. Because at the end of the day, you have to love what you're doing, but you also have to love who you're doing it with. And that's something that, as a coach, as a player, I really value. And I think, everyone is talented at the D1 level, but those little things like culture make a huge difference in terms of who raises the trophy in May.
In addition to being talented on the field, you're also talented off the field. I know you have your Taylor Cummings lacrosse business, and listen, that's how you make your money. You're impacting the next generation. So what does it mean to you to have built out that business and have the next generation of lacrosse players learning from you?
It's so humbling. And it's also, I feel so fortunate to do what I love and have that be the way I make money, and the way I support myself. So whether I'm coaching my high school team or flying out to clinics or connecting with coaches, whatever that is, like, it doesn't really feel like work to me, which is such a blessing and something that I really value every single day.
I'm sure you've thought about this, and I have too, just the future of women's lacrosse in America, right? Just be able to make money just from playing and not having to do all the other things. So when you think about this league, what do you think it can do in terms of changing the conversation and really just providing a way for women to make money where they don't have to think about doing, 6 different jobs on the side?
Yeah, I think, AU is the first legitimate step forward into having us be able to make a livable wage. We all are still coaching or have our own businesses or whatnot, but it's the first step. And hopefully, the girls that I'm coaching today, when they're playing in their professional league later on, they can just play and they can just be professional lacrosse players. So I'm really grateful for that, the experience to be able to kind of take that step forward and show that there is value and there is possibility in making this sport professional.
Have you had some of your girls come check out the games?
There's been a couple of kids that I give lessons to, and I know some of my high school kids have been watching, and a lot of the kids that are in college right now that I've been working with during the week, they're definitely excited about it. So just to see, younger kids, high school kids, my college kids excited about this gives me hope that, one day they'll be there and then I get to watch them.
Well, Taylor, it's been a pleasure watching you do your thing. You're a tremendous player, great person. Thanks so much for the time, and we'll chat again down the road, all right?
Thank you so much.